Hello, world. Thank you, YouTube. You've arrived here at Mondays with Michelle. I am your host, Michelle, where each week we take a different topic, talk about it through our energetic bodies, the chakra system, and look for ways to identify if a chakra is out of alignment, whether it's in overuse or underuse, and come up with some easy ways to get you back into alignment. So thank you so much for being here. I always like to open the show with a couple of deep cleansing breaths. So let's do that. In through our nose, out through our mouth. We'll do two. Just kind of let your whole body go with that too. It feels so wonderful. One more time. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. And I apologize. I'm super duper high energy today. So if that was too fast, I do apologize for you. So today we are talking about where our power comes from. Personal power, our ego. It comes from our third chakra, which is our solar plexus chakra that is right here. Power, the word power is a noun, and it is defined by ability to do or to act. The ability to do or to act, power. That makes sense. Found a couple quotes. The first one is by Brooke Astor. Power is the ability, let's try that again. Power is the ability to do good things for others. I love that definition. I love that definition. I love this quote. Power is the ability to do good things for others. I love that Brooke here in this quote has also put others first because she understands it's got to be a win all the way around. So I love that definition. I love that quote. Another quote that I found giving us a different spin on power, and I think this spin it resonates more with humanity as a whole, or at least humanity as a whole for the last, 50, 60 years or so. Well, actually even more so than that because it was by Abraham Lincoln. So this was back in the day. Nearly all men can stand adversity. But if you want to test a man's character, give him power. So with those two quotes, power is the ability to do good things for others. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, so you want to see if he's going to do good or evil, give him power. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. I love it. Okay, so where does this power energy come from? Where does it originate in ourselves? It comes from the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, just above the belly button, just below the rib cage. It's the third chakra in our system, going from bottom up. It's characterized by the color yellow. It's an expression of personal power. Also, our ego is born here in this solar plexus chakra. And it governs the digestive system and our metabolism. And in review, a chakra is an energy center within the body that emit and receive energy. Each chakra has a different energetic frequency and each governs a different part of the body. So 2 weeks ago we talked about fear in our root chakra, and how good, bad, and different of that chakra. Well, not good, bad, and different. The under and overuse of that chakra. This last week we spoke about pleasure in our sacral chakra, my personal favorite chakra. And now we are at the solar plexus chakra, which controls digestive system, metabolism, our ego, and personal power. So let's talk about an unbalanced chakra first. What are some of the causes? How do we get an unbalanced chakra? Why is this something I need to concern myself with? Well, if you were raised in a very strict upbringing, this chakra could be unbalanced. If you've been bullied, this can be unbalanced. Maybe if you had authoritative parents or authoritarian parents, if you've suffered any abuse, and if you have been conditioned with disempowering ideologies such as social beliefs or religious practices, that's where they're hitting you, is in that solar plexus chakra. That is your personal power. That is where At the root chakra, we've learned to survive. At the pleasure chakra, our sacral chakra, we've learned what we like and what we don't like. This solar plexus chakra is taking those two lessons and building upon it. Okay, now I understand what I like, what I don't like. Now I'm going to develop ethics and morals and preferences in that chakra. So as you can see, those would be easy ways to unbalance the chakra when you're constantly living in someone else's expectations of who you are. And an unbalanced chakra has two swings of the pendulum. We go into overuse or we go into underuse. Excuse me, my words today. So let us look at what an overuse chakra looks like for our solar plexus. Everything is a competition. Everything in life is a battle. Everything is a test. It's you versus life, and everybody's out to fucking get you. Welcome, Alice. You've developed a mistrust of life. You don't believe people. You don't believe situations. You've got control issues because you're manipulative, constant conflicts, drama. Do you have a person like this in your life? I bet you do. That's just constant drama, and you're like, why would you choose to have drama in your life? Excuse me. You know what I mean? And all this sort of behavior leads to justifiable anger. Oh, the world is against me. I'm allowed to be a dickhead. That's where that sort of mentality comes from. You also have a very poor me mentality of, the world is out to get me, poor me, I'm allowed to be a jerk to other humans because life is shitting on me. And what you don't understand is, as you are admitting that, more of it's coming your way. It's called karma. Look it up. You live in a reaction-based reality, and you're very, very defensive. That's all on an overuse. When you're overusing that chakra, these are all the behaviors that are associated with that. So let's talk on the other side of the pendulum swing, underuse. If you're not standing in your personal power, what are you? You're helpless. You're doormat. You know what you want in life, but you're too scared to put your big girl panties on and go after it. You're a servant. You're not serving humanity. You're a servant to humanity. You're ridden with guilt and shame. You may be even very irresponsible to this point too. You lack any sort of purpose in your life, and you have a victim mentality. Whether you are when you have an unbalanced chakra, everything is energy. So everything is feeding off of everything. Everything is fluid. Everything is energy. So let's say your solar plexus chakra is out of whack and you are a doormat. What can this sort of lead to? What sort of physical things can this lead to? Knowing that solar plexus chakra controls or governs our digestive system and our metabolism, you bet your sweet buns that's what it shows up as. Eating disorders, digestive issues, irritable bowel syndrome. I am guilty of allowing my solar plexus chakra to get out of whack. During my first marriage, there were many, many times when I did not stand in my power and do what I knew I should have been doing, making decisions that I knew I should have been making, but I didn't, to try and keep somebody else happy. We'll get into that another time. But that's where those stem from. The whole relationship, when I was with my first husband, good, bad, and different, I had major, major digestive issues. I had 4 colonoscopies. I had polyps removed from my colon. This is all before, I was 25 years old. This just doesn't happen normally. I accredit it to having a very underused solar plexus chakra. Now that I'm on the flip side of it and I can understand it, makes total sense, total and complete sense. So if you suffer from digestive issues, you may want to take a look at your solar plexus chakra. And on that note, what does a balanced third chakra look like? You take responsibility for your life. You have independence. You're comfortable in your own skin. You have a moral code that you live by, an ethical code that you live by, a code of conduct that you can walk out of the house every morning and be proud to be a human being. because you know you are living your life. You're not under the guise of anyone else. I wanted to read something to you guys about in my Chakra for Beginners book. I love this book. It by David Pond. It claps it out so nicely. It says, sustaining a balanced power level of consciousness. The ideal is to assert yourself when the situation requires and to have the inner strength to be passive when appropriate. Easy, right? Keep your mouth shut, pick your battles. If it's not something that you need to fight about, don't fight about it. If it's dumb shit, don't sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean? Being able to focus your will to achieve what you want and to relax your will to enjoy what you have achieved are qualities of a balanced expression of this chakra. This is the effective use of will, never expressed more than necessary, but always enough to achieve results. I wanted to share that with you guys. He is so great. Like the way he... go get this book. It's on Amazon. It's great. It's great. I love him. One of my personal... I don't want to call it really a quest, but one of my personal things with this chakra has been, and I've always done my best to live my life this way. You know, we all make mistakes. We all make shit choices for ourselves. We always, you know, we'll end up in situations we didn't think we were going to be in. But it's, once you start becoming more and more aware of what you're putting out there, things start to change. And that is why I live my life by the 3W rule. This gal, Amanda Flaker, here also on YouTube, if you want to check her out. She's a huge benefit to humanity. She is an empath and helps empaths on their journey. She believes in, and she lives in the 3W as well. And it's always something that I've done, but I didn't like have words for it. It has to be a win for me. Whatever I'm involving myself, there has to be a win for me, first and foremost. There has to be a win for you. What I'm doing has to benefit you as well, to some degree. And it must be a win for humanity. So, for instance, starting a YouTube channel, talking about this stuff, that is a win for me. I get to expand my knowledge and deepen my understanding of my energetic body. It's a win for you. I would hope that I'm bringing you insightful commentary and information, and it expands your consciousness a little bit. I have noticed that as we expand our consciousness, our heart also expands, and that is a win for everyone. So back to the YouTube channel, it's definitely a win for me. I love doing this. I get to learn. I get to share it. That makes me feel good. You guys get some information, and I hope that it is expanding your minds and consciousness. And it's a win for humanity. Every time someone wakes up, every time someone realizes, oh, I should live my life from a heart-centered environment, that is a win for humanity as a whole. And the great thing about that, too, is that's the only way we're going to change this world, people. We have to love the person here first. We have to. Once you love this person, then you can love everybody else. Then the poor beggar man on the street, you don't sit there and judge him. You love him. You know, you feel compassion for him. Regardless of how he got into that situation, my heart goes out to you, bro. I'm sure this is not the situation that you'd want your life to be in. So my heart goes out to you. I don't cast judgment. Or I try not to, at least. Every once in a while, it'll peek its dirty head in there, and I just turn that off real quickly. Okay, so back to the 3 W's. Win for you, win for me, win for humanity. And if you start really living your life by those 3 W's, life, oh my God, it changes. It's amazing. So what are some ways that we can heal this chakra? First and foremost is mindfulness of the chakra, learning about that chakra, understanding what an underused chakra looks like, what an overused chakra looks like. really getting in touch with your feels. And the best way to do that, I have found, is by meditation. Whether it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 4 hours, 3 days, it doesn't matter. Any meditation is good meditation. Same thing with Reiki. Any amount of Reiki is good Reiki. It's good for you. Different meditations can include visualizations of that solar plexus chakra, what it represents, how you would feel in your full power, speaking your truth, living your life, really getting down to brass tacks of who you are, what you want, and what you want to accomplish. I wrote this question down. What people, situations, things, whether it be a job, a boyfriend, your mom, neighbors, whatever the case may be, what situations in your life are not serving your greater good? Once you get to who you are, what you want to be, who of those around me, what situations in my life are not serving that higher good? And when you're dedicated to being your best you, all those things start to fall away. And that can be scary because you're going to lose friends and you're going to have people look at you differently. It's just part of the gig. However, when you get to that other side, when you get more understanding, when you get more love in your life, it is so, so worth it. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope this video was beneficial to you. I hope you can take something away with it. Next week we are talking about my absolute most favorite chakra ever, the heart chakra. I'm so excited. I am so excited to dive into this heart chakra with you guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support. I do appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously. It's an easy and free way to show your love for what I'm doing here. Also, like this video. And if you have any questions or comments you want to get to me, please put them down in the comment section below. I love you all very much, and we'll see you next week when we talk about the heart chakra. Bye-bye.